Hi guys, and welcome back to Elle's Furry Friends. On today's video we are going to be talking about, obviously, my favourite little companion, the hamster. So I want to talk about today my top 10 reasons why you should get a hamster and why a hamster may be the best fitting pet for you. So reason number one is that hamsters are adorable and fun to watch. Once a hamster is comfortable in their ethical setup, there is so many cute natural behaviours that come out of them, from burrowing, digging in their substrates, foraging through their sprays, and stuffing their faces full of their favourite balanced diet and healthy treats that just makes them so enjoyable and relaxing to sit down and watch. Very much like a fish tank, you can just sit and watch your hamster enjoy their natural environment and doing these behaviours, which is just so adorable. And reason number two, that is that hamsters are perfect pets for small apartments or flats. If you are like me, who lives in a one-bedroom flat, you're a uni student, and you really just want an animal to feel that home environment, that comfort and reliability, hamsters are a perfect fit. While hamsters do need large enclosures of 100 by 50 by 50 centimetres, this is nothing in comparison to the space you'd need for a lot of other animals such as cats and dogs. They don't go outside, so they don't require a garden. All you need to do is have that space for a cage, which is easily done by sitting it on a desk, in a hallway, and they are such a good thing to fit into that space and give you that comfort of having an animal without taking over all the room and space in your small flat. And reason number three, hamsters are a perfect pet if you are a night owl like me. Hamsters are crepuscular, which means they are generally awake on an evening and in the early morning. That means that if you're a night owl and you're more awake and doing things at night, they are the perfect little companion because that is when you're going to see them the most active and the most playful. Just please note, it can be stressful to wake your hamsters, so don't be trying to wake them up during the day because this is when they will naturally be asleep. Moving on to reason number four, hamsters actually have quite an affordable diet. Hamsters thrive off of a balanced seed mix, protein and vegetables. This is so much cheaper to get in comparison to other animals such as cats and dogs, which need a highly balanced food, or reptiles which need live bugs pretty much getting every single week. For me, my hamster's diet bags last me about a month, 2 months, so it all depends on how many hamsters you do have, but overall you'll be spending, I'd say, £10 to £15 a month on food, and that really, in comparison to a lot of other animals, is nice and affordable. On to number 5 of why to get a hamster. Hamsters don't need walks or letting outside such as cats or dogs, or overall they don't really need as much exercise that requires you taking them out and handling them. But don't get me wrong, hamsters do need exercise to be healthy. Hamsters need a correct size large wheel as they run miles and miles every single night. Or the other way you can provide your hamster with great exercise is using a playpen and getting them out into there. For me, I find having a hamster and a playpen is a great way to let them get exercise without disturbing what I need to do and my routine either. As on an evening, I will get my playpen out, I'll sit and do some uni work, but I know they are in a safe environment where they can get their exercise without disturbing them too much, nor disturbing me and taking up my time. Reason number 6. Hamsters are only a short commitment in comparison to a lot of animals such as cats, dogs, and even some reptiles which can live 15 to 20 years. Hamsters generally only live 2 to 3 years old. And so this is a great way to kind of gather whether you are ready for an animal without committing to a long process and a lot of time. This doesn't mean, however, that hamsters are a starter pet. This just means that they take less time to live, which is sad as well. It's sad that hamsters don't live as long. However, it is a good way to kind of gather if you are ready for a pet, but they still need loads of time, love, enrichment, and proper care. And so this leads us on to reason number 7, that hamster cages are easy to clean and maintain. With an ethical setup, because there is so much bedding, it is important to spot clean every day, every other day, to keep your hamster's environment nice and clean and safe for your hamster. And then deep cleaning it once a month to a month and a half, where you remove about a third of the bedding and replace that with new clean bedding. It's important not to replace all of your hamster's bedding at once unless for medical reasons, because hamsters find a sense of security in their smell in their bedding, which leads to them not being stressed. Overall, I'd say hamsters are really easy to maintain. They don't take a lot of time in maintaining their enclosures, and it's quite satisfying as well when you do get to do those deeper cleans and rearrange everything for them to be into and enjoying. Reason number 8 to get a hamster, and this one has to be my absolute favourite. No hamster is the same. Each of them have their own unique personalities. I mean, look at my 3. I have my shy girl Lilibet, who loves to burrow and do her own thing, to my really adventurous and into everything Hog Roast, who loves coming out, who loves a cuddle, and he just wants attention constantly. And then my middle ground Pumpkin, who loves a cuddle, but she's also so independent and into digging, looking for new treats. She is such a wonderful little thing. All hamsters are going to be entirely different, which means it's important for us to respect our hamsters' personalities and give them their own time to come out of their shells towards us. You should never force handle your hamster. You should take your time with taming and ascertain what sort of environment they like, what sort of personality they have. And it's just that sort of thing where you've got to take your time and make sure you're doing everything to build trust with them at the pace that they are comfortable with, because no hamster is going to be the exact same. So, reason number 9 is that hamsters are a relatively quiet companion. They don't make a lot of noise, they don't meow, they don't bark, so they won't be disturbing your neighbours. The only thing I really can recommend is making sure you get a silent wheel, otherwise your hamster friend is going to be keeping you up at night with all their exercise and running. This isn't a bad thing though, because hamsters do need their wheels and it's important to make sure they have these even if it keeps you up. Now on to our last one, reason 10 to get a hamster. I think that hamsters are a great way to learn responsibility, empathy and care towards a living creature. They rely on us for everything, to how we do their cage, to what food we give them, to what they get to exercise with and use. They rely on humans to give them the life they truly need. I have found myself that having hamsters has helped me grow so much as a person and be a better person, because this living creature is relying on me to give them everything. It's a great way to learn that responsibility going towards adulthood and even in adulthood, and have a creature relying on you to create that special bond and feeling of importance. So those are my 10 reasons as to why hamsters make the perfect little companion. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and maybe share this video to another animal loving friend. If you enjoyed it, tell me what's your favourite thing about owning hamsters. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.